Welcome back, dear creatives. So I have joined the band to the body of the turban. Okay, so I made two pleats out of those out of the band, and this is the body of the turban cap. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and show you what next to do. Okay, now for the knotted measure, the knotted design of our turban cap, this is the initial measurement we had, 35 inches by 10 inches. So I folded into two halves this way and sewed it up close. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this over to the right side, and then I'll fix in my wadding inside. I'll just turn this to the right side, okay, and then I'll attach my wadding. I'll fix in my wadding right inside this piece of fabric. Remember, when you're fixing, try and make sure that this sewn part, the part you stitched, is in the middle, so that we can hide it. It's not going to show after making your knot. Okay, so I'll just put my wadding inside. I'm folding it into two halves because the thick wadding is not readily available, so I want to make use of this one, and I want that knotted part to be very thick. So I'm just going to fold it into two halves to give me 5 inches, and then I'll put it inside this piece of fabric that I'd already sewn. You can see the wadding is neatly fixed, and you can see now that it's looking a bit bulky. So I will go right ahead to form my knot from in the midpoint of this piece of fabric. I'm holding this place down. I'll turn it and bring it out from here, just like this. And when you're bringing it out, make sure the sewn part is facing downwards. Okay, the sewn part is facing downwards. Okay, can we see? Let me take that again. So this is my piece of fabric. I place it together this way to get the midpoints. So from the midpoint, I will hold this way and then bring this to form my knots. Pass it inside. Okay, pass it inside this way, and make sure it is facing, the sewn part is facing downwards. Okay, you open it up neatly to allow the edges to come out nicely. Okay, so I formed the knots. As you can see, it's in the middle of our fabric. Can you see it? It's in the middle of the fabric. So always try and make sure that your knot is in the midpoints. Okay, so it's going to balance on your turban base. So now I'll be attaching it this way to my turban body. Okay, so we're just going to fold together to find the midpoint of our turban body. We'll place it together this way. I intentionally measured this way because I want a bit of excess at the back of the turban so that it's going to drop a bit. That's why I measured 26 as against 23. Okay, so now we've gotten a midpoint. I'm just going to place this at a midpoint, middle to middle, and then I'll hold it down with my office pin. Okay, now that's secured. Can you see? Okay, so this is what I have here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I'll fold it this way and then I'll close it up this way. I'm going to sew from this point, the band points, sorry, the bulk, the knotted part is pushing the fabric up. Okay, so I'm going to sew, close up this band area. When I get here, I will turn and sew this way and then sew all the way down to this point. Do you get? I'm going to sew this band close from here like this down here. When I get to this point, I'll sew this way. I'll bring it out this way and then sew it all the way down here. So that's what I'm going to do now. Then after doing that, I'm just going to stylishly, you can use your hot glue to just attach. You drop a little and then you press the design on it, but I prefer to stitch, to hand stitch, so it makes my work last longer. Okay, so after sewing the turban body close, I'm going to tack this place down. When I'm tacking, I'll make sure that the thread doesn't come up here. So I'm just going to hold it and pick this lower part and attach it to the base of my turban cap. When I finish doing that, and I'll come back to show you what my cap looks like.